What's up, everybody? It's your boy AJ Trip coming at you with another video. 25 most shocking discoveries in the last year from my good friends over at List 25. As always, this should be very interesting and very thought-provoking. Let's check this out.
Although constant updates from social media and the 24-hour news cycle can make us think the world is falling apart, it's not. In fact, it's more advanced, safe, wealthy, and peaceful than it's ever been in history. A lot of our present-day comforts are the result of an ever-increasing pace of technological advancement and scientific discoveries. I'm Mike with List 25, and these are the 25 most shocking discoveries in the last year. Eternal storage. No, not for your clothes, for your data. As you may know, ink fades. Perhaps surprisingly, so does computer memory. After all, it's just a bunch of electrical impulses being stored in various ways. Scientists at the University of Southampton, however, discovered a way to store data on a special type of glass. This technique would allow data to survive over 13 billion years, about the age of the universe. 2016 HO3. 2016 HO3 is the name of Earth's second moon. That's right, NASA discovered that Earth has two moons. Well, at least for now. 2016 HO3 is an asteroid that orbits the Earth at quite a distance, and in roughly a century, it'll probably leave Earth's orbit again. 23. Human footprints. Scientists discovered hundreds of human footprints in Tanzania at the site known as Ngare Saro. The prints dated back about 20,000 years and showed groups of people jogging in the shadow of a volcano. 22. Cloning and long-term health consequences. Dolly the sheep's four clones, Debbie, Denise, Diana, and Daisy, appear to have aged quite well. In fact, while Dolly suffered from degenerative osteoarthritis, her clones were barely affected. They aged better than the original. 21. Super wheat. Although GMOs, genetically modified food, aren't very popular in some circles, among scientists, they're the solution. To what? The global population and food crisis. In fact, if it weren't for GMOs, the vast majority of the world's population wouldn't be alive. Super wheat is the latest addition to the club. It's much more efficient at photosynthesis than regular wheat and could potentially produce a much larger crop. 20. Giant crocodile. Scientists digging up bones in Tunisia discovered the largest marine crocodile to ever walk the earth. It grew up to 30 feet long and weighed 3 tons. 19. The real ninth planet. Long before we knew about Pluto, scientists had theorized that there would be another planet beyond Neptune. They could calculate the effects of its gravity. At first, we all thought it might be Pluto, but Pluto didn't really account for the full effects of the gravity. And not long after, Pluto lost its planethood anyway. That's messed up, right? In 2016, however, scientists at Caltech calculated that there is almost certainly a ninth planet far beyond Pluto. Although it hasn't been found yet, the math checks out. And in case you're wondering, it's between 2 to 15 times the size of Earth and about 240 trillion kilometers from the Sun. 18. Carbon capture. When we burn fossil fuels, the CO2 goes into the atmosphere and has negative effects on the environment. Scientists in Iceland, however, have developed a technique for recapturing the harmful emissions, pumping them into the ground, and basically creating rock out of them again. 17. Gravitational waves. Scientists at LIGO, Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory in California, detected gravitational waves. In case this doesn't make you jump out of your seat, these are basically the things that Einstein predicted in 1916 with his general theory of relativity. 16. Venus's past. According to NASA scientists, Venus may have had a much cooler past. In fact, it may have even had oceans for several billion years. Imagine that. Beaches on Venus. 15. The longest living vertebrate. Scientists discovered the Greenland shark, the longest living vertebrate on record. Its average lifespan is roughly 400 years. Granted, most of its life is spent at the bottom of freezing oceans, which slows its metabolism considerably. Regardless, these sharks may contain some vital clues to longevity. 14. Recovery from strokes. By using stem cells, doctors and scientists at Stanford University School of Medicine in California were able to create healing in stroke patients long after any improvements would be expected. Some patients even ditched their wheelchairs and started walking again. 13. CRISPR. There have been many scientific discoveries that have changed the world. This might just be another one. While CRISPR/Cas9 gene editing has been a hot topic in medical circles for a while now, just last year, Chinese doctors actually used the technology to edit the genes of a cancer patient. 12. 2 to the power of 74,207,281 minus 1. In 2016, scientists discovered a new prime number. It's the biggest one yet. In fact, it's so big, 22,338,618 digits, that the only way to write it out is by raising 2 to the power of 74,207,281 and then subtracting 1. This discovery was made thanks to the great internet Mersenne prime search. 11. The size of the universe. Thanks to the Hubble telescope, researchers at NASA discovered that the universe may be a lot more crowded than we had previously thought. In fact, it may be 10 times more crowded. 10 times more galaxies. 10. The beginning of the end of paralysis. Neuroscientists at the University of Ohio managed to develop a brain implant that allows paralyzed patients to move again. 24-year-old Ian Burkhart was the first patient to try it out. Although he hasn't been able to move for 6 years, by using the device, he can now play Guitar Hero and swipe credit cards. 9. The EM drive. This one is a nerd's wildest dream come true. More officially known as a radio frequency resonant cavity thruster, rather than using some sort of fuel to create thrust, this theoretical device uses electromagnetic fields. Very simply, it creates thrust without pushing against anything. And yes, it does seem to violate Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. But there have been some promising and controversial trials carried out by both NASA and CAST, China Academy of Space Technology. Although it's still controversial, it's crazy that some scientists now seem to think it may actually be possible. 8. New reserves of helium. Although it's the second most abundant element in the universe, we get most of our supply from underground. It gets lost in the atmosphere rather easily. Scientists were excited to find a large reserve of gas in Tanzania last year. 7. Wall-walking cavefish. Scientists at the New Jersey Institute of Technology discovered a Taiwanese cavefish that has a lot in common with amphibians and reptiles, another link in the evolutionary chain. 6. Proxima b. Proxima b is an exoplanet orbiting our nearest star. The cool part? It's in the sweet spot that could potentially support life. This is exciting because that means there may be extraterrestrial life less than 5 light years away. 5. GKPID. Scientists found that about 800 million years ago, a slight genetic mutation in an ancient molecule of GKPID, guanylate kinase protein interaction domain, allowed organisms to move from single cells to multiple cells. Basically, it allowed life as we know it to exist. 4. A dinosaur feather. In a scene straight out of Jurassic Park, paleontologists from the China University of Geosciences found a well-preserved dinosaur feather in an amber market in Burma. It's 99 million years old. 3. Zika. No, I'm not talking about the discovery of Zika. It was actually first identified in Uganda in the 1940s. What I'm talking about is the discovery that Zika causes microcephaly and other birth defects. It's crazy that although we had known about Zika for nearly 70 years, we knew almost nothing else about it. Why? because we had assumed it was limited to a few communities in Uganda. In fact, before the outbreak, there was only one person in the US working on the virus. 2. Dragonfly 44. A galaxy that emits about 1% of the light of the Milky Way, scientists have determined that the Dragonfly 44 galaxy may be up to 99% dark matter. 1. Vertical rocket landings. Although you've seen these landings in just about every sci-fi movie, in real life, rockets are usually just ditched in the ocean. Thanks to Elon Musk and SpaceX, the first successful vertical landing of a rocket took place on a drone ship. That just sounds intense. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the bottom right so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 3 videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.
List 25 once again does it again. Some things on there were definitely interesting. Some of them were not, but you're gonna get that when you do a 25 list. So, but again, it's truly amazing. There are no aliens. I want you guys to stop thinking that just because they're finding these planets, there's no person or no thing on there, no animals. There might be plant life on there, but there are no humans or aliens or little green men or anything like that. They do not exist. Let's get over that. Let's smarten up, y'all. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you thought of my reaction. If you liked it, please tell me about it. If you actually, and I need to say this more often. If you have something that you want me to look at, to react to, something like that, you can post that in the comment section as well. I'm always open to doing that. If you like my video, hit the thumbs up button, share it with all your family and friends, and make sure you subscribe. Alright, folks, is that it for me right now? This is your boy AJ Trip, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. And I am out. And be careful.